Senate Republicans obviously have unveiled their budget plan that would allow about $5 trillion in tax cuts as the House and Senate try to get on the same page to push the president's agenda forward. House Budget Committee Chairman Jodey Arrington says that the Senate's plan is fiscally irresponsible. The Budget Committee Chairman, Jodey Arrington, joins us right now. And Mr. Chairman, if you will, let's talk about tariffs before we get to the budget, because as important as the budget is, it's tariffs that are running the day this morning. We're looking at these huge sell-offs in the markets this morning and trying to get a feel for what Republicans in Congress think of all of these tariffs, what that might mean. S&P futures down by about 212 points. The Nasdaq's down even more on a percentage basis this morning. Where do you stand with these tariffs? What do you think it will mean?
I think it will mean, and I sure hope it will mean, a reset in the global trade order where American products and manufacturers and workers are not treated unfairly. You know, it'd be a shame to watch the Houston Cougars take on the Duke Blue Devils with only two players on the court, or if Duke got 3 points for every layup, or if they didn't have to dribble the ball. It wouldn't be fun to watch it. Duke would win, and Duke would be the dominant force in basketball. Well, we're not the dominant force in trade, and we've been taken advantage of. And all the president is saying at the core is we need to level the playing field for our manufacturers and producers and stop suppressing wages with this unfair trade order that exists today. It will help build back the manufacturing base, which I think is good for the country and good for the economy. And as we discovered in spades during COVID, we are dependent on other countries for important products like drugs, or Taiwan with computer chips that run everything. So there's a national security implication here. So I'm behind the president 100%. There'll be disruption and pain on the front end. We saw that in the first term, but he was successful then. He'll be successful now, and Americans will win.
In the first term, he did put tariffs on China, 10 and then eventually 20% or some of the tariffs that we saw.
That's right.
You've been in favor of doing the same thing. Obviously, the tariffs that we put on were dealt with other countries by them coming after politically, saying that they would not import different types of grain or other farming goods. You were in favor of taking the tariff money that was raised and giving that back to the farmers at the time. The difference is this is not another 10 or even 20%. In the case of China, you're talking about 54%. In the case of Vietnam, more than 47% on some of these tariffs that are out there. That's a much bigger number than people were anticipating. Senator Rand Paul, Republican from Kentucky, said that he's opposed to this. He remembers when Republicans were opposed to new taxes and that these are new taxes. He thinks that this is bad for the country because of the size of the tariffs, because of what this means if it gets into a protracted trade war. Do you have concerns about what could potentially happen around the edges here?
No, I'm not as concerned. I think there is disruption. The president has been very transparent about that. We've gone too long with the current scheme for there not to be some initial pain. But I think the economy will benefit tremendously, as will, again, workers, manufacturers, and my farmers and ranchers in West Texas, who, by the way, support this president on this trade battle. They want their grandkids to be able to farm and not be put out of business by subsidized producers in China, for example. So they saw him support them in their time of need when there was pain on the front end through market facilitation payments. So I think taking some of that revenue from tariffs and plowing them in for tariff relief, I think is a wise move to keep them in the game so the president can bring to heel China and everybody else so that we can get to a level playing field.
If we could save this tape,
go ahead.
What's a fair time period to measure whether this is a success or failure? And if we looked out 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, if the economy is struggling 2 years from now, a year from now, in part because businesses are not bringing all that manufacturing back or investing, what is the measure and what's the time period you think that's fair? This is a great experiment, right?
Well, I would tell you this. I don't want to experiment, Andrew, with a situation or scenario where we need other countries to feed our families, because that's how it plays out in the long run. So if you think it's bad to be dependent on drug making or chip making, wait until we need to beg another country to feed our families. That's just one example. So I would say the president can't blink, and he hasn't. And he's been transparent, and he campaigned on it, and he's effectively doing what he did in the first term successfully. So I think there's too much hand-wringing, as the gentleman said before, on something that is long overdue and will be successful in the long run. And so that's why I'm supportive of him.
The gentleman before also said he's expecting a stagflationary shock because of what we just saw. But we'll see how this plays out. Chairman, let's talk about why you came on today, and that's to talk about the budget that's been unveiled by the Republicans in the Senate, or by the Senate. The Senate is now looking at a deal that would have $5 trillion in tax cuts. I know you have some problems with that, and there are many House Republicans who have problems with that. How do you reconcile the two houses, the two chambers, on how you get this together?
Yeah, Becky, I feel like a Secret Service agent here, but I've got to hold this up, so bear with me.
Sure.
Look, we have a completely unsustainable fiscal trajectory that will end very badly, and by the way, would undermine everything that we've been talking about if we have a sovereign debt crisis. We have World War levels of debt. We have $2 trillion deficits that will double in the next 10 years. And as we've talked about before, our interest just to service the debt is more than we're spending on defense and more than we're paying out in Medicare benefits. So we have to intervene now, or we will not only turn the tables over in this economy and reset the world order, but we will destroy our kids' future. So if we are going to spend on tax cuts, which I think are good and necessary for economic growth, if we're going to spend on border and defense, we need to also commensurately offset the impact to the debt and bend the curve on mandatory spending through entitlement reforms so that we put the country on a sustainable path. And that didn't happen, unfortunately, in the Senate's bill. They were very specific and clear about how they want to spend money, but they had like $4 billion in enforceable, basically enforceable spending reductions. We actually borrow as a nation more than that in one day.